All right, welcome back. The BBOF, the beautiful bastions of freedom. Guys, this is going to be a fun one. I need you guys to make sure you send this one out everywhere. You elicit as many conversations as you can around this topic because I think we have got a very serious conversation to have about what the actual heck is going on in the DOJ right now. Today alone, we had extreme examples of what are you actually doing, and then the other side of please do more of this. We're going to break all of that down right now, and it cannot happen without y'all's comments, without you guys engaging in the chat. So make sure as you get in here, you do that. Let me know audio, video. You hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on because we are this close to 600,000 subs and beyond. With your help, we're going to make these gun controllers go to the abyss of political oblivion together. And guys, let's just get right into this. Make sure the audio is good, the video is good. I see the emojis flying. Thank you so much for that. We are about to have a party conversation on this one. This one's going to be a good one. All right. So as you get in here, make sure you follow me on X at Braden LOA. And guys, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. What you're seeing right here, the secondpress.co, this is my movement. We are going to destroy the gun controllers from orbit by incorporating things they've never seen before. They are going to be blindsided. We're going to appeal to the future generation, the current generation, and we're going to leave them wanting. So please, there's a link in the description box below. This fight only happens if you guys join, and I'm looking for those partners to do just that. Link in the description box below, secondpress.co, and thank you guys to all of you who are taking part already. We have a healthy army that is building, and thank you for that. All right, guys. Audio, video is good, amazing, incredible. Let's dive right in. All right. So, as we're waiting, I've got a nice little appetizer for y'all. So, there's a police chief in Canada who said this, and I posted this on my X profile, and if you want to jump over there and join the shredding conversation, that's hilarious. Let me just show you what he's saying and what the recommendations are from the Liberal government of Canada for anybody who actually gets a home invasion happen to them. This is the recommendation from the lead police officer. This is why you can't count your lucky stars that you're American. Watch this.
In the unlikely event that you find yourself the victim of a home invasion, we are urging citizens not to take matters into their own hands. While we don't want homeowners to feel powerless, we urge you to call 911 and do everything you can to keep yourself and loved ones safe until police arrive and be the best witness possible. This could mean locking yourself in a room away from the perpetrators, hiding, fleeing the home, but don't engage unless absolutely necessary. But as it stands, we know the best defense for most people is to comply. As you've just heard, a number of safety recommendations.
As you just heard from the safety experts, just bend over. It'll be fine. Short and quick and painless. Be a good witness. God, if there's not a good reason that you want to be blessed and just count your lucky stars, you're American. Oh, man. Oh, man. Same people who say you can't go hiking in the woods, by the way, for $15,000 and $25,000 Canadian. Just want to point that out there. All right, we got enough people. Let's get in here. Guys, this is going to be a fun one. Loving the emojis, loving the chats. Here's where the conversation is going to get fun in the comments. All right, listen. As I alluded to in the introduction of this at live, I can only describe what's going on in our DOJ right now as bipolar when it comes to the 2A space. So this isn't a criticism or a compliment. This is just an objective observation. So I want to let you guys, or give me a chance to hear you in the comments on this one. Because let me just run you through a few things that happened just this week. And then maybe we can narrow this down a little bit because there's too many random things that are happening to be completely random. I mean, that's exactly the best way I can put it. All right, so as you guys know, and if you haven't seen my video yet, check it out from today. We had the DOJ, the Civil Rights Division, under Harmeet Dillon, file an amicus brief asking for the court to let them and her argue on behalf of the gun rights and the Second Amendment against assault weapon bans and mag bans in Illinois. Okay, that is phenomenal. That credit where credit's due. Go team, go. More of that. I mean, Kavanaugh, is this percolating enough for you? Okay. Now, that's one side of this coin. But now, let me just take you down the rest of this conversation, because I have a theory here, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. I'll bring it out after I show you all the pieces I've got pulled in here for you. So this is from September 3rd as well. Same thing, DOJ, Gun Owners of America. They do something good, they get credit. They do something bad, they get slap on the wrist, not GOA, the DOJ. They're saying the same thing. Good, this is great. Watch this. This right here from the White House. Again, I've already shown you the DOJ right now in the 7th Circuit with Illinois with the assault weapon and mag bans. Now the White House. In recent interview, President Trump reaffirmed his commitment to concealed carry reciprocity. I'm in favor of it. People have to protect themselves. I'm a Second Amendment person. Okay, I can dig that kind of language. Let me let you listen to what the president said himself. It's a 46-second clip. Let's get it, and then we'll add more context to this fire, and this is where we're going to have the conversation. All right, let me get it.
The second question is on crime prevention. Would you be open to expanding the national concealed carry to apply to D.C. like it does in other states like Texas?
Yeah. Well, they have it in some states, and they feel strongly about it. As you know, I'm in favor of it. People have to protect themselves. I'm a Second Amendment person, very simply. People have to be able to protect themselves. Especially like in Washington, you walk down the street, a guy comes up and slugs you. He's got a pistol in his hand. You can be tough, you can be in great shape, you can be a powerful person, or you can be a guy that weighs 100 pounds with a gun in your hand.
Right.
And I'll bet on the guy with a gun 100% of the time, right? And so you need protection. So I'm a Second Amendment person.
Okay, he's a Second Amendment person. All right, so now we've got the White House. I'm a Second Amendment person. All right. Then you got the DOJ. We're going to argue for assault weapons bans, and then we're also going to against assault weapon bans and against mag bans. Okay. Then we go over here to the other side of this coin. This is what was dropping today. A GOA member has received an anti-gun determination letter from the ATF. A bunch of channels have covered this. I just didn't cover this in today's content. ATF determined that an unfinished part is legally a firearm, even though the ATF headquarters admits it has no idea how to complete it into a functioning weapon. Well, that's okay. Again, you're seeing this bipolar spread. 7th Circuit, we're going to argue against assault weapon mag bans. White House, yeah, everyone, we should get concealed carry. I'm a Second Amendment person. ATF, well, I mean, like this thing's kind of a thing, and it's a determination, and we don't really know. I mean, what's happening? And that's the point of this video. What is actually happening? Because if we zoom out and we hone back in, we kind of do this like focusing like a microphone would, or like a microscope would. You've got the Civil Rights Division of the DOJ doing things that we like. You've got the White House, who is controlling the DOJ, saying things that we like. Then you have the ATF, which is a separate entity underneath the DOJ, doing things that we don't like. Okay? Hold on, we're gonna tie all this together. Again, I want to hear you guys on this, but before we go on to the next one, make sure you guys, if you haven't heard me say it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Everything will be linked in the description, and the emojis are amazing, and the content is awesome. Let's keep going. All right, or the comments, rather. And then here's the last piece of the evidence that I bring forward, again, just within the last week. This time, similar thing on the ATF. Hey, at the Justice Department, this is from GOA, can you tell us how this is a modest burden? Passport-style photos, fingerprints, address, demographics, firearm info, long waiting periods. These are the hoops gun owners must jump through to get a suppressor, and you call it a modest burden. Okay, so there you have the ATF determination and the Justice Department saying that suppressors, you have to have all of those things, and those are modest burdens. What is, let's go big on this real quick, and then we'll kind of have another conversation. The bottom line on this is, I'll leave it right there. No, I'm going big. I said that already. The bottom line on this is, who's driving the bus? And this isn't an insult. This is a genuine observation and a question coming from that observation. If you have the Harmeet Dillon running the Civil Rights Department, going after for almost the first time in an unprecedented move against mag bans and against AR bans in Illinois, which is great. Then you have the DOJ, which is doing kind of unusual things like saying how many illegal guns they seized on Tuesday and then do it again on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in a sequential update. Then you have suppressors that are doing different kind of rulings. Then you have the White House that's saying we need this concealed carry. I can understand why there's frustration and a lack of clarity, because we, just from the tabs that I've got pulled up right here, and this is only in this week, not even the last 9 months, where it's been kind of the same kind of example. I mean, you guys jump over there in the chat. Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up. But yeah, jump over there and jump in the chat. The emojis are amazing because this is what I think is happening. And this is a total hypothesis. No one has told me this. I'm just going to abjectly tell you what my thoughts are. I think you have a combination of two things because so far what we've seen is the reason for inconsistencies and the reason for very weird U.S. attorney decisions and the reason for all these filings and suppress. The reasons that we've been told that it has been kind of the ball been dropped is because of rogue bureaucrats or U.S. attorneys or a bureaucrat in this department or this person is doing this. Okay, that excuse would be applicable in a very early part of your administration. But you're 9 months in now, into your first 2 years. You have the midterms coming up really quickly. And on our side, you have the language coming from Bondi is pretty firmly, strongly 2A. Now, actions are a different thing. I'm just saying her language. You've got Harmeet Dillon in the Civil Rights Department going real hard on 2A stuff, and she has her whole tenure. The White House is doing it, but then the ATF is not doing it and adding inconsistency to the entire mix. What I genuinely think is happening right now is a command structure issue. I don't think that, and this is the part where I need your chats, and I'll open up a poll in a second. I don't personally think that this is a targeting of gun owners or a specific aggression towards the Second Amendment space. I genuinely think that we are looking at a disjointed leadership structure. That's my own personal explanation for this because here's my thought process. All the things that I just showed you, and I've walked you through a few different ways, in a few different tabs, that would not be happening with these levels of inconsistency if there was not a leadership structure issue, which again goes back to if you have a bureaucratic undermining effort kind of going on underneath the surface, that still points to the exact same leadership structure issue. I think that you have a lack of continuity, I think you have a lack of vision, and I think you have a lack of understanding of what is genuinely being propagated or promulgated by the Biden administration and then also decisions that are being made. That's my own personal thought. But when I see all of these things that are conflicting back and forth, I can't say to you guys, and I hope I'm landing this plane. Let me see some planes over here in the chat if I'm landing this. But I don't see a direct attack against Second Amendment advocates or gun owners. I see random smatterings of really bad and dumb and really smart and clever. It's not a 100% in the same direction of we're amazing, the most pro 2A thing that's ever existed, but it's also not in the most, oh my God, we're the Biden administration, we hate guns more than anything in the one. It's not a determined dedication to one road. It's kind of like a random shotgun spread of good, bad, and what the hell was that? You know, that's the only way that I can explain what we're looking at here. And again, if you're just now tuning in, I've gone through just now, well, that was just stupid from Canada. The Seventh Circuit, they're going to argue against AR bans, mag bans. Amazing. Gun owners also, they applaud it. White House coming out for it. ATF going off and randomly determining things. ATF looking at suppressor restrictions as nothing. What I'm seeing in my own personal experience, from corporate experience, from people experience, from leadership experience, and from the 2A space, this looks like a leadership structural issue. That's what it looks like to me. But I mean, I want to know, like, do you guys, am I over the target on this one? Because to me, this looks like that. I mean, that really does. And I'm not saying it's necessarily Bondi, I'm not saying it's Dillon, and I'm not saying it's individual players. Something's going on in that internal structure that's just not connecting. I mean, it's been 9 months now. I think that's a good example. And honestly, I think it's a fair read, to be quite candid. But I'm going to open up a poll over here. I want to know your thoughts on this. I'm going to start a poll really quickly. Let's see here. Is this, or actually, hold on a second. What does this look like to you guys? Leadership dysfunction? Sorry, I'm just typing it out. I can't type and talk at the same time. It's like, it's awful. Anti-2A. Poorly executed pro-2A. Okay, I'm going to put this poll up, and I'm not even going to do a silly one. I'm just going to put it up. What? No, get out of here. Okay, fine, whatever. Come on, get out of here. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Sorry, I'm having an issue. There we go. Starting the poll. So jump into that poll over here, guys. And if you're just now tuning in, make sure you check out thesecondpress.co. There's a link in the description box below. That is the movement that we are starting, and we are going to take our country back. The cutting edge of the Second Amendment fight is funded, and it's completely partnered with you guys through thesecondpress.co. Guys, honestly, you buy us a cup of coffee a month, and we are going to destroy these people. And it's going to be amazing, and it will be delicious, and I will be here all the time to celebrate it with you. All right. Let me jump over here real quick while you guys are doing that one. And thank you so much for the emojis. I'm going to jump in the chats really quickly. So someone says, I don't think that they're allowed to clean house, somebody bigger than Trump. So that speaks to kind of the deep state. Coasterfish says, remember, click all the clicky thingies. Excellent. Thank you very much. Fight for sure. Fred Sanders, thank you. You are so right. I got some planes. That's good. The lunatics are running the asylum. I'm loving all the planes in the comments over here, guys. Now, this is an interesting one. Michael F6705 says, Bondi has always been anti-gun. Honestly, here's the very interesting part about this. I'm not seeing overtly anti-gun. Again, this is now that we have the 30,000 foot view and we can see the 9 months of work product, I'm not seeing overtly anti-gun, and I'm not seeing overtly pro-gun either. I am literally seeing someone who's, I don't know if it's juggling all the issues in the air at the same time, or if it's leadership or it's personnel leadership. I honestly don't know. But I just don't see rabid anti-gun, and I don't see rabid pro-gun either. I just kind of see like a what am I caring about today kind of thing. But it is sloppy. The execution is sloppy. I have no problem saying that. Just checking some of these. There's no one driving the bus. I like that one. That's good. Crown Royals moving to the USA. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna give the chat or the poll in the chat one more minute, and then I will wrap this bad boy up. Guys, I am loving the emojis and the comments in the chats. That really helps spread the message and spread the content out. That's amazing. That's really helpful. Thank you very much for that. All right, so now this is Paul Conroy. This is one of the chats. The person who designed this doesn't even know how to complete the lower here, and it was a concept piece he was working on waiting for the approval from the ATF. He is talking about this one right here. That, I mean, honestly, I don't know what's going on with that. I can only speculate on what I've been told in conversations, and it seems silly. It seems kind of dumb, but that's not the whole point of my video. I know a lot of people covered this today, but my whole point here is, I think I would rather focus on the broad-based macro issue than on the individual micro issue, especially if a lot of people are covering it. I don't know. I think there's something bigger here, that personally, but you guys know how I like themes and trends, and I like picking out the underlying things that are happening. No, it's a P365. All right, I'm gonna close out this poll. I hope you voted when you wanted to. Ending the poll, and I will publish it for you right there. So this is actually really interesting data, and this is kind of what I will I'll wrap this up with. What does this look like to you guys? Leadership dysfunction, 58%, anti-2A 21%, poorly pro 2A 20%, 118 votes. Okay, so what's interesting about this is if you put poorly pro 2A, which means function like execution issues, and leadership dysfunction, that puts you in a 78 percentile of you're 2A, but you kind of suck at it, and you've got leadership dysfunction. Those two are kind of related. 21% say anti-2A. That is really interesting data. $2 super chat from Mike H says, what's the definition of keep? I think it means keep. To hold. I think that's what it means. All right. Yes, please take a moment to leave a like, says Lone Spanker. I appreciate. Yes, Paul, my comment was coming from Jared's channel. Yeah, I know Jared did a video on it today. I don't remember if it was his first video or second video. I think second today. But I also know Curtis at VSO covered it as well. But I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope this video landed. I hope you guys saw where I was trying to go with this, and it's kind of cool to see you guys think it's leadership dysfunction. That is interesting. But listen, I'm going to head out of here, and I'm going to see you tomorrow because I got a lot of work to do, a lot of things to cover. But I love each and every one of you just the right amount that makes you feel comfortable. I hope you have an amazing time. I hope you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Thank you so much for the patience while I was traveling for the remembrance services that I was at, and we are back at the grind. And with that, I will see you guys on the next one. My name is Braden. See you later.